What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel on this lovely Sunday. We're going to be doing our post-game reactions to the Philadelphia Eagles' 31-6 victory over the New York Jets. I mean, that was just, it was a mugging, an absolute mugging. I will say right now, very disappointed in myself. I played Carson Wentz in my undefeated fantasy league. I benched Tom Brady. Wasn't a smart decision. You know, Carson Wentz, the offense, generally speaking, didn't look that good, I guess. I mean, the Jets' defense isn't bad. On paper, they have a solid defense, even though their secondary was a little bit banged up, as was ours. But, I mean, this is where the defense finally showed out. Am I going to give any credit to Jim Schwartz? Absolutely not. You're going up against, like, the worst offensive scenario. I mean, yes, they have Le'Veon Bell, but the quarterback, offensive line, all generally pretty bad for the New York Jets. And I'm going to be honest, man, that was a boring game. I always watch, like, I got Sunday Ticket, right, so I can switch between all the games. And I was, you know, it was almost a background at times. I was like, what else is on? This game's boring. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning was. Our offensive line didn't block particularly well. Outside of a couple okay runs from Jordan Howard, they stopped the run game, which is weird because, you know, I would like to think the Green Bay Packers have a slightly better run defense than the Jets, but it is what it is. They just didn't have a lot of possessions, lots of just ugly 3-and-outs. Like, it wasn't an impressive win, even though it was impressive because the defense showed up like it should have going up against what the Jets put out there on the field. It wasn't an impressive victory. It was an ugly win. It's a win I will absolutely take, but I don't know, man. These grades probably aren't going to be too favorable if you're tuning in this thinking C4 is going to be gassing up the Philadelphia Eagles or something. I was not overly impressed. So Carson Wentz went 17-29 for 189 yards and one touchdown. Only one touchdown. I mean, he did overthrow Nelson Agholor on a pass that probably should have been a penalty against Agholor that defected it, but it is what it, I mean, I want to see Carson Wentz put up better numbers. I want to see Carson Wentz be in that MVP consideration. Well, he's definitely, I think, if you're doing probably top 10 right now for MVP race, Wentz is probably in that 7 to 10 range. This is a game that you go off. This is a game that you kind of match, what Russell Wilson's doing. You kind of match what Patrick Mahomes is doing. Like, I don't think Russell Wilson or Patrick Mahomes is going to, have a stat line of 200 yards and a touchdown, no picks against a team like the Jets. They're going to have much better stats than that. So I was kind of hoping a little bit more out of Carson Wentz. Clearly, I rolled with him in fantasy, but I mean, he wasn't bad. He just, I don't know, man. It was just a weird, ugly, boring, slow game. I'll give Carson Wentz, I don't know, B-. He wasn't bad, wasn't amazing. Running attack, Jordan Howard had 62 yards and a touchdown on 13 carries. Miles Sanders only 15 yards on 9 carries. I think Darren Sproles picked up an injury too. He had to hobble out the field there just a little bit. So, I mean, I don't know. Jordan Howard's getting more carries. I mean, what I could take from this is that they have established the hierarchy of running backs, and it is the way that I think it should be with Jordan Howard at the top, Miles Sanders at 2, and Jordan Howard, I mean, another touchdown for him. I like that he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. 5 touchdowns, I think that makes it on the season. He was fine, but the rest of the running backs, I mean, they weren't really any crazy runs, crazy explosive runs. I'll give the running backs like again, B-. I can't, I feel like going below a B means that they were bad. They weren't bad. They just weren't great. So B- for Carson Wentz, B- for these running backs. Wide receivers, Zach Ertz, 5 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. We got 6 for 52 from Alshon, 4 for 49 for Miles Sanders, so a little bit better as a receiving option of the backfield than he was a straight-up running back. I mean, again, it's just, I'll give these guys a B. Like, there wasn't terrible drops, like outside of that Nelson Agholor touchdown that we should have had. They were fine, I guess. So I'll give, B. Special teams was fine. Johnson's actually, I think Cam Johnson, one of the more underrated punters in national football. He had, I think, 2 punts that would have got a gong for sure. One of them I know for sure. One of them was probably almost like a 52-yarder that rolled out at the 3 or 4, something crazy like that. He's been playing very, very well. But looking at the defense, man, defense, you can only play who you're scheduled against. A+. They did a phenomenal job. Brandon Graham, 4 tackles, 3 sacks on the day. Rodney McLeod had a pick. We had 2 sacks for Orlando Scandrick. He had 2 sacks, and he straight up mugged Luke Falk, ripped the ball out of his hands, and got a touchdown return out of it. I mean, I've never been more impressed on a debut for a position that Philadelphia's been this weekend. I know it's Orlando Scandrick. He's a veteran. We saw him in the preseason. He was fine, I guess. Like, didn't really stand out, didn't make any notable plays, but hell yeah, I will take that. I will take any corner that has any form of momentum and give them some snaps. Get them out there and see what they can do. So Orlando Scandrick, by all means, son, you got it. Josh Sweat, got a sack. We got a sack from Derek Barnett, Vinny Curry, Hassan Ridgeway, Deshaun Hall. We had like a 50-some-yard pick six from Nate Gary. I don't know how he's doing it, how Nate Gary keeps getting turnovers, but he does, and I'm not mad at it. But generally speaking, this defense was outstanding. They got some weird trick play that broke the shutout, which, I mean, at that point, the game was over, and it kind of benefited my fantasy team because I'm going up against a guy that has the Eagles defense. But I don't know, man. Defense gets an A+ for a overall team grade. You know, I think B- is fair. It's a win. It's a good win. Any win is a good win in the NFL right now, especially when you're the Philadelphia Eagles. But I don't know, man. I wasn't overly impressed. Like, the defense dominated for sure. I gave them an A+, but they should have dominated. Like, it's like they were expected to have this kind of product. Maybe not 10 sacks and 2 touchdowns on the defensive side of the ball, but I was honestly expecting them to hold them under, for sure, like double-digit points. I was thinking that they would have 9 or less, and they did that. But it was we got bigger things ahead. We got the Vikings next week. The Vikings somehow beat us last year, which was annoying. A couple bad penalties in that game, roughing the passer on Michael Bennett, which was horrendous. So it's gonna be nice battle of 3-2s. Looks like Dallas is getting smoked by Green Bay, so Dallas is gonna be 3-2. So everything is back up for grabs in regards to first place in the NFC East. And I don't know, man. I feel like I need a shot in the arm. That game was so boring. That Eagles game, man. I was expecting more from Carson Wentz in that offense the other day. I don't know if you guys agree with me. But that does it for me. Because there's been some shuffle, I've been very busy this weekend. The rebuild will be either out Monday or Tuesday that I had planned. I'll tell you right now, it's the Cleveland Browns. You never want to miss the Browns rebuild, even though they have a better roster. The Browns rebuild is kind of iconic here on the YouTube, so that'll be dropping either Monday or Tuesday. I know my girlfriend got her holiday, vacation day, on Monday. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some stuff, so I might have to just scramble together and do Raiders or something stupid like that. Pink Slips 100% will be on either Tuesday night or on because the Thursday night game's terrible. It's either going to be on Tuesday or Thursday night this week. Usually they're going to be on Wednesdays, but the local soccer team here has their home season finale on Wednesday night. So that's usually when the streams are almost always going to be, because Wednesday night's a perfect night, except literally this last week. So stay tuned on my Twitter for when we do the Pink Slip stream. Thank you guys for watching. Go Eagles. Let me know what you feel about this game in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.